like I had said, focusing on how God had helped me and through the troublesome situations of the challenging health issues. And yes, it is a challenge. It's not automatic in handing over to God. But at the same time, I am glad and I am grateful that I couldn't even talk about it before all that was going on, but that I'm alive, I'm healthy, I'm well, and that I'm not dead. that I'm grateful and glad that I was able to get out of the hospital. A lot of people don't leave the hospital because of what I had had. That the details don't matter, but it was an ugly, wound. What they call sebaceous cyst. I don't know what that is, but it's ugly. And that I was septic. I had a 101 fever. I could hardly walk, and high blood pressure, and also a lot of stuff that was going on, and that a lot of people. I'm thinking to myself that a lot of people don't leave the hospital with what they had with what I had had. And I am grateful to God that I was able to leave the hospital. And in fact, it's a comical story because when they had declined me for health care for the nurse to come to my house to bandage the wound, because it had to be covered for like 3 weeks, I'm serious, before it had healed from the inside. The scar is still there. So, and in fact, that I was so healthy that's why they declined the home health care. It's like you're bouncing around and going places and doing things you don't need that help. I'm serious. So actually, maybe I'm a little bit too healthy for what they had called the home care. So it's like I had said, that I'm healthy, that I was able to walk. Oh, when I was able to walk Del Amo for 2 hours, I got good exercise. And that I was able to walk LA and then do 2 days of Disneyland with the new camera, and also here today in downtown Disney and in the Disneyland Hotel. I'm very, very healthy. As my late mom would say, "Jesam jaka I zdrava da kobilo repis chupam." That means I'm healthy and strong enough to pull the tail out of a horse, out of a mule. So God's been good to me, and I have to remind myself, Dan and Carol, it's not about you. It's not about you and obeying God in handing things and continuing to hand things over to God. It's because God has been good to me, and also because I'm alive. But I do have a little bit of Stefka humor here, that it's almost like God's way of saying that it's almost, and I'm not talking about heaven or hell. I'm talking about living to see my destiny, that my life here is not finished. It's almost like God's way of saying, no, it's not her time. It's not her time to come here. Let her enjoy life. Let her take care of her business. Let her go places and do things. And then also, praise God, I'm healthy. And also Dan, and also how happy I am with the performance that I was able to do. And I played one song and I played another colo, and by my own choice, because of the way things got mixed around, I'm going to continue Colo Fest on my birthday, the colos that I was going to play on the day that I had gotten thrown out. It's just too much was going on. So, and then my birthday around the corner on November the 18th, so I'm going to continue Colo Fest there. That's my choice, that I had decided to do that. But that I'm able to go places and go about my business and everything. And that not just that I had done the colo on the day that I was thrown out, but that I was alive to do it on that day, that I'm alive. So to keep that into consideration and to obey God. And I can't be angry at you over you throwing me out. And then to do the music, to play the music, if I can say this right, to play the music on the day that I was thrown out as a memorial. But I can't be angry because you had thrown me out, to play the music on the day that you had thrown me out. It's being double, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. It's kind of like being pulled in several directions. It's being like double-minded. So that I'm grateful and glad for all the blessings. But I'm alive. I'm alive first, and that I lived to be able to see that, and I'm going to live to be able to see my 64th birthday on November the 18th, and I'm alive and healthy, And also, going back to you, Carol, just to point out, it's impossible for me, just to say this nicely, and without the rancor and the resentment, it's impossible for me to have been there to cause a scene when I was ready to pass out. And that's what had happened. That is not automatically unforgiveness and bitterness to tell what happened. We tell what had happened, then it's easier for me to hand it over to God. We can't hand it over to God when we say, this never happened, or the element of denial. So I do have a right to defend myself as far as when you said that I was there to cause a scene. First of all, you two had set me, and another thing, Dan, I gotta stay focused, Dan. All I needed to say to you when you had thrown me out was, when I was told that I was there to cause a scene, no, I was there because I was told that we were going to apologize to each other and we'd be friends again. But all I had to do when you had thrown me out to say, because that's what I told to Harry 5 minutes in the hallway before I had left, and then I walked back in 20 minutes later. That's another story. But when, now I'm getting a little bit weird here. Yeah, that's all I had to say, was that I was only there because I was told that we were going to apologize to each other because Rex was trying to make peace with us. And then it's kind of like, fine, okay, you want me out? That's your choice. You've decided to get me out of there. Then to renounce the prayer line. It's like, okay, then take the prayer line with you. And then for you to take it in a prayer line that I never should have been there in the first place, at a time when I was wounded, when I was hurt, when I was vulnerable, and when I was ready to pass out. And so disorientated that I didn't know what was going on, that I couldn't even talk. I'll get to the prayer line in a few moments.